Hi, I'm Onnie Emerenciana. I live on Bonaire. Bonaire is one of the part of the Bass Islands. We used to be on the Antillean side, but now we, the three islands, Ceiba, Statia, and Bonaire, are part of Holland, and the other islands are in on their own. I joined Greenpeace because there is a problem coming up for us in the future. The University of Amsterdam has found out that over 30 years, all the south part of Bonaire will be underwater because of climate change. And that was for us who's wanting that doesn't happen, something we think about, that we have to think about. Climate change is affecting the whole world. The CO2 emissions that mostly the big countries are um, putting into the air are causing a lot of trouble around the world. Also for us, we are not the ones because in Bonaire there is no industry that pulling out pollution. So we um, we the consequences this bring is for us. Let me give you an example. So the 1/5 part of Bonaire will be underwater in 30 years. Another thing is that the sea is warming up. We are a small island that depends on tourism, and everybody comes to Bonaire to see our corals. But with the um, warming up of the sea, the corals are bleaching and dying. So it becomes a problem for us. Also, the sea is the fishes are going away because the sea is becoming warmer. On the island itself, the hurricanes are becoming more aggressive, and the rainfall is also in terms of periods. So sometimes, for instance, now since December it has rained. So the rainfall is not constantly. The problem with that is that the whole island is heating up. So the soil is very heat, and that is also a problem for all the trees. Because of the rising also of the sea levels, some parts of Bonaire now already are going underwater. It's 1 micrometer a, but in terms of years, it will end up like 1 meter a year. And that's a problem because you don't see it, but it's happening already. And that's also a problem for us because we want our children to see how Bonaire used to be. One thing is also that the emissions do is heating the air. I talk about the hurricanes. The the rain used to come. We have the northeast Passat wind, but now the the rains are coming from the south or from the west, and they are very powerful. Last no 2 weeks ago, it rained in Curacao and it was a disaster. The hurricanes are becoming more aggressive. We have now five category 5. They say maybe they going to be category 6, and that's also for the island because now we didn't um, have hurricanes here like St. Martin and the other islands or Jamaica and so. But here, if it's a little bit of a storm, it's already a problem for us because we are not prepared for those kinds of things. We always think, oh, it doesn't happen to us. So the climate change is having a big effect of us. I'm a agriculture, but I have to do a lot of things to plant now. The rain is not falling, so I depend on water. I have to buy water. They're not bringing enough water for me to have more crops. So that's also a problem. And it's becoming more and more. And the prices of food is sky high. They are becoming more and more expensive. So that's also a problem for the Bonairean. We don't produce our food, so we have to import. But if the prices are going high, it is a problem for the social classes and everybody on the island. Because if you have money, you can buy. If you don't have, you don't buy. And that's also a problem for the health of the island. What we do, we are a part of Holland. So Holland is what do you call it? Responsible for having things in place here for climate. So we suggest them to have a climate. We want climate justice because in Holland they are preparing for every storm. But here on Bonaire they didn't do anything. What they do is they send somebody here. They made also some professionals. They made a report and they said they gave us $1 million. Yes, $1 million. But we don't see anything. It's not happening. So if a storm comes now, we have a big problem because we are not prepared for it. And that's the kind of things Greenpeace came and they let us see that we have to go to the government and make them responsible for what's happening. What we have done here, we are 8 people. We took them to court. First, before that, we went to the Parliament of Bonaire. I myself speak there. I said to them, over 30 years, there will be a problem in the south side. And not that only, but it has more consequences. It has consequences for the health of the people, for the health of the animal, for all ecosystem. So it will be a multi problem. They hurt me, but nothing happened. So we went also with Greenpeace to the Dutch government because they are responsible for us now. And they also went to the parliament and they spoke, but nothing happened yet. So what we do is we went to court with them. And I think in February, the court will decide what will going to happen. They on their side, they say they do a lot for us, but we don't see it. So there is not things that you can see. One thing we demand from Holland is that they cut the emissions. They say they can put it in 2050, 0 emissions. But Greenpeace and other organizations find out that they can do that in 2030 already, but they want to do it till 2050. But in 2050, there will be no Bonaire. That they put it like that. There will be no Bonaire anymore. So what we do is we want climate justice. So we organize ourselves. We speak to people. We trying also to have more people on board. We are going to schools and we are going to the radio where we educate people what's going on. The problem is you don't hear anything about it if we are not the ones who's calling. It's like a call in the desert, but we see that there is what do you call it? You can see that there is progress. The progress is we and the Dutch, the Greenpeace lawyers have spoken to first the Dutch government, but now we are in court. So there is hope. And hope is not other. If the judge say that they have to do something, we can we have we ourselves are more what do you call it? We have an expectation that something is going to happen. It's not much, like the other lady said, but little by little we progress. And this is something, it's not common in the world, but if we joined, if we have this kind of webinars and people heard what is coming their way, like bigger hurricanes, we have El Nino and La Nina, and the sea is warming up, the fish is going away. We can produce our own food. So if there is a war or something happens, we are going to die because we didn't do anything for ourselves first. And now you see that here on the island, we organize meetings. So what can we do to produce more food? So combined with Holland, there are experts coming here and they see, oh, we are a windy island. We are surrounded by sea. In the air, there is salt. What kind of vegetables can we produce here, or what can we do to provide ourselves with more food? And that's the kind of climate justice that we want. The first thing is that we want that Holland protect us. We want protection. We want that the same thing as a municipal in Holland have, because they have already plans. Whatever happens, we are going to do this. But here on Bonaire, there's zero. There is nothing. Everybody's going to walk like ants and asking what to do. But if you have plans, you can save a lot. There will be a lot lesser what do you call suffering. Thank you.